ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:20. Oh! Hope y'all are doing good. Welcome to the channel, where today we're gonna be playing through the entire Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright trilogy. I want to run through all this. So that said, episode 1, the first turnabout. Yep, let's go. Okay, statue. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find somebody to pin this on. Okay, so immediately we know he's guilty. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Alright. Okay, at least we know off rip who did it. We're not like finding out off rip. We're not finding out for the first time. August 3rd, let's see, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. No one could believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Sydney's autopsy report. Time of death, 4 to 5 p.m. Okay. 31st of what? July. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Okay. Okay. Right. God damn. Hey, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everybody takes on a murder trial right off bat like this. It says a lot about you. And your client as well. Thanks. What is this thing called again? This necklace thing? It's called a, tomoe. Or a Magatama bead. That's what it's called. Yeah. I've always wanted to have a Magatama bead neck. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. Oh, okay. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Isn't that illegal? I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to know the defendant prior to the case, right? Doesn't it blur the lines? Hold on. I gotta Google this. Because I feel like this is dangerous. Can a lawyer represent somebody they know personally? In short, we can. Alright, so it's possible. I personally thought it was illegal, but hey. Right, because of like personal bias and stuff like that might taint the way the case was done. But hey, if it's allowed, it's allowed, alright? Yeah. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. You see, this is what I'm talking about, like the whole, oh, bias might play a factor into the entire case. But hey, again, I don't know any law. Okay, I'm still in my early 20s. I don't know any law, so this is just what I would assume. I don't know anything. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. Bro, women that have like these beauty marks anywhere around the lip, they just make me go crazy. Bayonetta is an example of that. I just absolutely love Bayonetta. Bayonetta's top 1 video game waifus for me. But anyways, I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's over. Huh? Is that your clientele screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death, despair. Oh! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. No shit. Thank you. Yeah. Whew. Who's this nigga? Butts. That better be a nickname. No way your parents decided to name me Butts. I refuse. I refuse to believe your parents held you in their arms and were like, let's name him Butts. What would Butts be short for? Buford? No. Bartholomew. No, but then you'd be named Bart instead of Butts. Batonage. I don't know. I'm fucking making up names. What? I don't know what Butts would be short for. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Larry, but your nickname is Butts. Okay. Dude! I'm so guilty! Tell them I'm guilty! Wait, but why? You know you didn't do the crime. So why would you take a guilty plea? Oh, to lessen your sentence. Okay. Give me the Nah, this nigga tripping. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in the world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Ah, Nick. You gotta tell me. It took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. Oh, that was his girlfriend. Oh, that's gonna make things tough for him, right? Because now it makes more sense to pin the crime on him, right? Like, for example, if my partner were to die, if my girlfriend were to die, I would be the first suspect. Just because of how close I am, I would be seen as having the motive. Oh, nah. That's tough. The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. Annie, are you okay? See, the guy they arrested was unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. Oh, it's his surname. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Look, I grew up as a delinquent as well, in primary school, in grade school. I was definitely a delinquent. I always caused trouble. I would never do homework. In fact, funny story time, there was in high school, in primary school, I think it was like 5th grade. Yeah, it was 5th grade, Miss Johnson's class. She had a poster in the front of her class by the entrance, and it was basically a rap sheet of everybody, and we had black dots. Black dots were basically demerits for every single time you didn't do your homework. I was the only person in class who had so many demerits from not finishing their homework that I completed the list. There was no space for me on that page, right? Because I just can't do, I just, something about doing homework did not speak to me. It just couldn't, I couldn't. So yeah, I understand the whole being a delinquent. I was hyper energetic, results of my ADHD, and I could never do homework. I was always talking in class. I was always the loudest. Yeah, it was just, yeah. But when something smells, it's usually the butts. That's a weird saying. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. So he's a well-known delinquent. Alright. He had a knack of getting himself in trouble. Relatable. One thing I could say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one. Which is why I took the case to clear his name. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court. Court number 2. This looks so cool. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Payne. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. I'm cooked! Bro, if I was Larry, I'd say I'm cooked. Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. A little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hands are shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please, state the name of the defendant in the case. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me what's the victim's name. Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report to... Sydney. It's... Wait. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Wait. Phoenix! Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? Ah, damn! Anyways, you don't even know the victim's name? It's Sydney, The victim, of course, I know the victim's name. I forgot, temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look at the, yeah, I looked at it. I know. Just press the tab button. Throws me off. Okay. I remember. It's Sydney. Okay, I just checked. Trust me. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? It just said Sydney. Sydney Stone. Oh, she kinda cute. Rest in peace. The victim's name is Sydney Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? Blunt force trauma. She died from blood loss due to blunt force trauma. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. What would have happened if I gave a false answer? You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. It's because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wright just told us the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what the object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. Okay. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Wait a minute, can't we just do a fingerprint thing? Unless she was killed with the defendant was wearing gloves, right? Or the prosecutor. Wait, what? The perpetrator, that's the term I was looking for. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court records. Okay. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. Prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. I am amazing at Among Us. I should know how to persecute and defend people. I'm good at this. You get your chance to respond to the persecution, later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry's getting excited. Oh, he gets excited easily. This should be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped... Oh. He's cooked. He is cooked. Oh, man is cooked. There's an alibi or... Oh, no. Hey! Watch it, buddy. We were doing great together. We were Romeo and Juliet. Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Who the fuck is Mark Anthony? Oh, okay. Despite this marriage, Anthony carried a love affair with Cleopatra, who bore him 3 children. Ah, okay. Mind you, I didn't learn about this in high school or primary school. We didn't learn about this stuff. It was just not part of the South African education system. But anyways, didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. I'm so cooked. I'm so cooked. What's it to you anyway, Mr. Butts? What you describe is genuinely what you mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She has just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it, lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. We need to bring the guy. Do we know who she was dating or who she was with? The victim apparently arrived at home. Let's see, the 30th. Okay, the day before. 30th of July, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model. Oh, he bagged a model? Good shit. But she did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Okay. Daddies. Plural. Daddies. My guy, it was cooked for you, bruh. Yes. Older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Actually, I know a model in real life. And yet, it works. Makes sense. Dude, we can clearly see for what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. What do you imply? Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry was a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... wait and see what happens? Stop him from answering. I'm so glad there's no timer, so I can actually ponder on this. He's hot-headed, he speaks his mind, he carries his heart on his sleeves. If he found out that his ex-girlfriend used other men to support her lifestyle, he might ramble and say, "She's a whore!" Which then make him seem more guilty. Stop him from answering. My client has no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to the case. It's not really. It's not really, but hey. Pop off. Oof. Dude, Nick! What do you mean irrelevant? Shut your bitch ass up. Shut your bitch ass up. That cheating shit. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I think I fucked up this trial already. Did I make the wrong decision? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna just drop dead. Yeah, when I met her in the afterlife. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yeah. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment the day of the murder, did you not? Why? She's not responding to your texts. You guys aren't seeing each other. You guys aren't talking. Why would you go to her apartment the day of the murder too? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, yeah, he definitely went. What do I do? Have him answer, honestly. Stop him from answering. If I stop him from answering, and there is evidence that he was there, that just incriminates him even more. Hold on, I gotta look at my report. Generally bad at getting his points across. I can harp on that. I can take advantage of that. Huh. Seems like the sensible thing to do. I'll have him answer honestly. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Like, bro, really? Yeah. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order! Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Got it. Object. What was that? That was a loud-ass objection! So is that his voice? Is that the voice I have to go with the rest of the game? Wow, it kind of sounds like Martian. Ah, okay, sure. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. That simplifies matters. Who's your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Oh, now we playing a game of Among Us now, huh? Just before the making of the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing from the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call this its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please, tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. All right, let's go. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry, cause he left the door half open behind him, thinking it's strange. I looked inside the apartment when I saw her lying there. Oh yes, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright, and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Hold on a minute! Hold on a minute! Hold on a minute! Objection! You just said you couldn't go inside. So how would you know if the phone was working? How would you know if the phone was working, my friend? You just said you couldn't go inside. Ah. Sounds suspicious, don't you think? Suspicious. With a bitches. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Oh yes. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Time of death, 4 to 5 p.m. We got 2 pieces of thing. Alright, so time of death. He's saying by the time he found her, she was already dead. お前はもう死んでいる。or 死んでんだ。Either ways, she was already dead, and he said he called them at 1 p.m. But the time of death in the autopsy report says 4 to 5 p.m. Okay, so 1, the time of death is inconsistent, or the timeline is inconsistent, and then 2, the fact that he said he couldn't enter the house out of fear, but yet in the same breath said the telephone wasn't working. Which means he had to have been in the house to find out. I got you, nigga. I got you. Oh, yes. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the victim's phone in the apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. How coincidental, huh? How coincidental. Aren't phones supposed to work during blackouts? Real shit, this thing right here, this phone over here, can work even when my power leaves. Something's off. Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones don't function normally. You what, you're gonna tell me the battery was dead? The phone that Mr. Sawit... Oh yeah, the phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout. For Pershwell. Let's see. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. Noon is 12 p.m., right? Noon is 12 p.m. So from 12 to 6, there was no electricity. Her phone was out. And that guy reported the crime at 1 p.m. Noted. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes? Yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. I got this shit on lock. Got this shit on lock. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? How did this guy pass the bar? How did he pass the bar exam? How do you not know what a cross-examination is? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? I'm not gonna lie, Larry fucked himself over. But this guy also cooked. He's cooked. Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? Ah, how do I prove that he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be contradictions in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay, open the court records with the tab, then point out the contradiction. I don't even need to, I know. I figured it out as he was talking. I don't need to open the records. Cross-examination, let's go. I really like this art style. I was going door to door selling subscription when I saw the man fleeing the apartment. What happens if I press Q? Wait! Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? Find it odd that you would take notice of him. I don't know. Oh, yes. He just seems strange to me, that's all. Okay. Like he was mad, yet frightened at the same time. Okay. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. Oh yes. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course, what the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. Alright? So what happened next? I thought he must have been in a hurry. He left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fear and was unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. Oh wait, yeah. However, the phone in her apartment was not working. Hold it! The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean, no. No, it wasn't, right? But you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you? That, I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf of the entryway, but that's still inside the building. I reached inside and tried to use that to call. That phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time was exactly 1 p.m. Hold it! 1 p.m.? Are you certain? Absolutely. He seems really confident, but he's lying. It does. The autopsy report says otherwise. How do I present the autopsy? How do I present this? Present autopsy. E. You found the body at 1 p.m.? Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Yes. It was 1 p.m. for certain. Strange. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Stop the cap. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death was at some time after 4 p.m. 3 hours before you found the body. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour time gap? Oh yes, that's. Oh yes.
This is trivial! The witness merely forgot the time!
3 hours? After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Oh yeah. That's a really good question. Oh yes. Great job, right? Put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradiction. Yeah, I got this. Lies beget more lies. Bro, this is why I'm so good at Among Us, bro. That's why I'm so good at Among Us. The way I am able to figure out the people's movements. You're moving out of hand, bro. You're moving weirdly. I know this. Okay, my surname means elephant. We don't forget. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Right, yeah. I don't forget this stuff. Oh, wait. I remember now. Oh, yes. Would you care to give your testimony again? Sure. I'll catch you again. Time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. Oh, yes. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Like, there was no power. There was no electricity in the house from noon, which is 12 p.m. till 6 p.m. How did you hear something on the TV? Come on, this is baby shit. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? Oh, yes. I guess the victim must have been watching a video on a tape program. Oh, yes. That's why I thought 1 p.m. Oh, yes. Terribly sorry about that misunderstanding. Oh, yes. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on the tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Don't worry, I got you. You know what to do. I've got this one. I've got this. Let's do it again. Let's do a little tango. Yes, sir. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time was probably coming from the television. Hold it. Are you sure it was the television and not a radio? Well, no. I guess it could have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premise. Ooh. Sensational. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. I know what it is. Don't worry. You don't gotta hold my hand. I know. Hold on. True. Right. I think the problem lies somewhere else. Get off my dick! I heard the time around 1 p.m. That's where I do it. Present evidence, phone bill, objection. Hold it right there. The prosecution said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Oh, you couldn't have heard a television or a video. Oh yes, oh no. Defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Oh yes, wait! I remember now. Oh yes. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. Oh yes. It must have been shocking to find the body. Oh yes. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony one more time, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. Chotto mate kudasai. It's a statue, but does the statue have a time on it? Unless it's one of those plaques that says the thinker, right? There's no ways it has a time on it. So right there, already inconsistent. You're bullshitting. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. Cross-examine. Gladly. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment that wasn't there. Yeah, the murder weapon. Present. Objection! Just a moment. Chotto matte kudasai. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now this is supposed to be a clock? The sound effect. I love this soundtrack so much. with your objections and your evidence. Just, who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sowit. Hey, I saw it right there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. It doesn't change. Okay, so I caught him off with the inconsistent timing, with the statue, and with the electricity bill. However, if there was blood on the head of the statue, and you have to tilt it to say the time, I figured it out. You have to tilt the head to say the time. So how did he find out what the time was? If you have to tilt the head, that means 1, you had to walk into the apartment. 2, you had to touch the murder weapon. And 3, you had to turn it to find out what the time was. I got you. Gotcha. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony? Yes, Your Honor. There is a gaping hole in this witness testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock was to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. Gladly. I'll do better than that. I can prove that you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That's the sound you heard. Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sowit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burnt into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day. I never. Look! The clock, I heard. No, I mean, I saw. Did he just throw his toupee at me? Shut up, shut up, shut up! I hate you! It was him! I tell you! I saw him! He killed her! And he should burn! Burn! Give him death! Order! Order in the court! I said, oh man, this is such a good story. I'll fuck with it. Oh, I love this so much. I'm so immersed.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound of the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think this through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sowit heard was definitely this clock. What's that thing at the very top? Oh, a fact which is clear if you... Is this a timer? Okay. So if it's a clock that doesn't rely on electricity, it must have batteries. If it doesn't have batteries, we can't ask the neighbors because there are no witness testimonies. So it has to try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock. Let's hear it here in court. Your Honor, may I have that clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:20. Oh! That's certainly a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. Ah! Hold on. I'm at the edge of my seat right now. So we heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. The clock is off. The clock is off. If it's 11:25, the clock said it was around 8, right? This clock is 3 out. 8, 9, 10, 11. That's why at the time of the murder, which was 4, but he reports... Not gonna lie, not even I would have noticed that. My brain was slow. It was lagging for a second. Because I knew it was behind. It was like slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sowit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sowit, try to talk your way out of this one. Oh, yes. You forgot one thing. What is he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How? Explain yourself. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. Ah. Let me think. How do I know it wasn't running on the 3 hours on the day of the murder? What would have changed the clock though? I was so close. Whoa. The victim But our victim, our guy, Larry, he can testify. Larry can testify for us because Larry said he entered the apartment, but there was nobody there, right? Meaning he had access to the apartment. He most likely had a key. Well, actually, no, they broke up. There's no way he had a key. But he accessed the apartment, meaning there was most likely he would have known the time. And if he had played with the weapon, he would have known the time in advance to testify whether or not the alarm clock was 3 hours behind or not. So this all rides on Larry. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. No. No. Nah, there is something I can do. There's something. Larry is my not so fast. Mia? It's Mia. Mia, love you. Chief, listen up, Wright? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. It's not over until it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Except Larry. Think out the box. I've already thought out the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Larry is the only way we can figure out why or how. Or he's the only witness. Why was it slow? And I have my proof. I have to think of why it was slow. Can I think of a reason why it was slow on the day? Why are clocks usually slow? I have to be immersed into this. I'm not allowed to Google. I have to use my brain. I can't Google why would clocks fall behind in time. I have to use my brain. Usually it's a result of magnets. Magnets can fuck up clocks. But there's no magnets in the room. There was no power, right? Usually, the reason why our phones are able to keep up with time all the time is because our phones connect to the internet. And because our phones connect to the internet, we're able to then, be broadcasted signals that tell us the exact time, down to the very nanosecond. But analog clocks, and I used to have an analog clock in my bedroom, back when I used to live with my father, that shit would fall behind all the time. Yes. I'm actually sweating. I'm sweating. You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence that's supposed to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in this court record that can prove my claim. Is there? Victim apparently arrived home on Paris the day before the murder. From 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. The thinker was 3 hours behind. Time of death, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. 3 hours ahead. Tough words, let's see you pull this one off. I think I fucked up with this one. I've already used the autopsy report. I've used these three. This is the only one I can use. Unless I use this one again, right? But that alarm clock runs on batteries. So it being charged has nothing to do with this. They wouldn't give us the passport without... Think. This music is not helping me think. Hold on. I don't have anything. There's nothing I have that can prove. There's nothing I have that can prove that it was three hours behind on the day. Larry was my only hope. Larry's the only person who can testify. I don't want to use this. Okay, had just arrived the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and there is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's... You genius. You genius! And I was here relying on Larry. It wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. So it was set. The time was set differently. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sweet? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? You know what? I'm gonna give him that. Oh, damn. Order! Order, I say! Oh, damn. The time difference thing? What? France is... Oh, they're in Japan. Okay, they're in Japan. Makes sense. Right? Because France time zone is +2. No, it's +1. And to me, Japan is +7. Or it's +0. What time zone is France? It is +1. And Japan is what? +9? It's +9. Okay. The case has certainly turned out differently than what we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I am impressed. I don't think I've ever seen somebody complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality. But this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. There. Yeah. And with that, this court is adjourned. And just like that, turns out Frank Sweet was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see people's homes when they were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sweet let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sweet grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and struck her dead. Why does this sound like the lyrics of Smooth Criminal? August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Phew. Can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thank you. How about I take you out for a drink, you know? To celebrate, you know? How about we go grab some dinner, grab something to drink, you know, just have some fun. Enjoy our time. Yeah, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since trials ended on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. My life is over! Wait, where am I getting that from? That was drawn from like the deepest depths of my memory. But from what? That came from some... Bro, if you know the reference, please hit me up. Please let me know. That reference comes from somewhere, and I don't know where. It just came from, like, the deepest corner of my brain. Larry? You're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone. Oh, is he about to kill himself? Your life is everything. You serve all purpose. You should love yourself now. Good. Wait. No. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy is gone, man. She's gone forever. Larry, she was... Nah, never mind. She was trifling, bro. She was trifling. She broke up with you, and then after that, she was seeing multiple men to maintain her lifestyle. Bruh, nah, bruh. She was trifling. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, and it's Larry. But yeah, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this. Ever. Let's celebrate dinner, movie, my treat. Yo. How about we celebrate tomorrow? Let me take Mia out today. You feel me? Be a homie. Let's just you know, come on, bro. Come on. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. A present. Are you seriously gifting me the murder weapon? A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that actually I made this clock for her? I made one for her and one for me. Damn, you're a craftsman. I'm impressed. Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that just make you want to cry, man? Larry, are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Press X to doubt. Nah, you ain't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, I'm not sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? I do. I do? I do? What does she talk about? Hey man, take my badge. Again, without your help, I wouldn't have been here. So, here, take this badge. Take that! So aggressive, bro. I'm giving you a badge. Take that! Like, alright, don't worry about me. I'll forget about her soon enough. Look, I'm gonna head home. Thanks a ton, eh? Guess that wasn't the right thing to show him. What else could I have shown him? The clock? Like, I'm not gonna give him the murder weapon. I'm not gonna give him her passport. That's weird. I had nothing, right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you can realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. Unless it's like Pablo Escobar, then at that point, like, come on. In order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Oh, listen, learn, grow strong. I like that quote. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. I like that. I like that. I fuck with it. That's a lesson from me to you, you know? I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? Let's go! Let's go! I dreamt about days like this! Let's go! We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah, let's go! Speaking of Larry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Let's go! Oh man, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. Pretty sure he's not going to pay us unless you count the clock he gave Mia." Hey, it's fine. I owe you one. I have a friend who's a lawyer. Shout out to Tamarind. If I ever need anything, best believe I'm coming to you. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep. Hold on. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? That was Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, episode 1. I had fun. This shit had me sweating. I loved it. This game, I'm loving this. I'm loving every single second of it. That said, I had fun. Hopefully y'all had fun. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can always be notified every single time I live stream or every single time I upload a video. I live stream every single day. Join the description. There's a link in the description. What? Join the Discord. There's a link in the description. That's it. Take care of yourselves. Drink water. Be ever wonderful. And I will see you all in the next episode or live stream. All right? Peace, y'all.